Hello my fellow nerds, this is my room. I haven't been uploading videos since the last 2 months I think, but in the meantime I did other things which I didn't document. I don't know why I do this to myself. So what have I done in the last days? I've been reorganizing my cables, I've been doing shit, whatever, but the most important things which I have done. Summer cleaning, because as you can see, I have a lot of electronics, seriously, no, seriously, like, man, I have too many electronics in my room, and they of course suffer from one thing: they expel heat when you use them. So I've been going through all my old things, or the things I haven't been like caring so much about because of reasons, and dismantling them, changing thermal compounds. What have I done in the meantime when I haven't been uploading videos? I have fixed this, I have cleaned this, I have fixed this piece of shit, but I broke the lid, so now it doesn't open. I have to do it like this. Great. I have reorganized that pile of things. It was different before. I haven't been playing any of my games, which really sucks, because I want to play my games, but I don't have like the courage or the will to play. And also, I have fixed this, but there's still things to fix, and I have been noticing some really weird things with my stuff. By the way, if any of these things you see in these shots I've been making, if any of these interests you, like, oh, that looks cool, I want to know more about that, or whatever, just tell me in the comment section down below, and I'll try to make a video about it. I can't promise anything, because as I said, I'm really lazy. Sometimes I tend to get into periods of time when I don't do anything. But if you see anything you want me to talk about, just say it in the comments and I'll probably do it, because I want to do things, but I need the motivation. Sorry about the other there, guys. Still not used to handle the camera when I'm moving it around. It's my phone, but you get the point. If you see anything you like, seriously, just let me know, because I really need the motivation to do it, or else I'm gonna be another 2 months without posting anything, and I don't feel like not posting. So please let me know what you guys want to see, and I'll try to make something about it. Okay, I'll leave you with the video now. Bye. One of my laptops is doing something really weird. Let me show you. This is not a MacBook, before you ask. This is not a MacBook, this is a PowerBook G4. It was the previous line of laptops before they used Intel processors. This is a very old laptop. This is from 2005. If you know anything about how Apple makes computers, you would know that their laptops, they're not very good at one thing, which is dissipating heat, which is what I'm concerned about. We have like an average of 70-something% humidity, so yeah, heat is a very real deal here. So I have installed iStat menus, and if we go over here, the CPU bottom 35 degrees, the CPU 32 degrees, but the GPU is 98 degrees. Yes, something's wrong with the computer. This computer has been dismantled like 2 or 3 times, but it has never been replaced. The thermal compound has never been replaced. Although you can see perfectly here, over here, that it's still 0 RPM on both fans. And no, they're not broken. I have tested them and they do work very well, I might add. But Apple doesn't want things to make noise, so yeah, that's not normal. Even if you don't know anything about computers, just think, a 98 degrees Celsius. It's 2 degrees away from boiling water. That's not good. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna dismantle it, and we are gonna try to change the thermal compound, and let's see if this works. Okay, so with the computer turned down, we have to take 4 screws for the RAM cover, and then we have to take the RAM out, of course, because we're gonna take out the logic board. They're quite hard, but easy to take out nonetheless. Then we have to take out these 4 screws in the back, these 3 screws on each side of the computer, and these 2 screws near to the hinge, not the ones that are near to the bottom of the case. Then we have to take these 2 Torx screws, not Phillips, and then these 2 on the RAM holder, and these 2 on the battery holder. And then we can just lift the case off with a little bit of wiggling, and without disconnecting the cable like I did, which turns out to be a mess.
But yeah, that's the logic board. Beautiful, fantastic, very well laid out. So now we have to take all the cables out, which are the screen, the right fan, the left speaker, the power input, the left I/O, the airport card, the PCM CIA card, the hard drive, the optical drive, the PRAM battery, the sleep LED, the right USB port, and the left fan. And with that out of the way, we have to take all the screws out of the computer. Remember that each screw is different. We have 3 that have like a thingy and 1 very long at the top right. Then we take out the right speaker assembly, take out the battery cable, take out this cable, which I really don't know what it's all about. And yeah, we can take out the board. Beautiful. These are the places where it contacts, and this is the graphics, and this other one is the FireWire chip, but I thought it was a LED chip. So the next is to clean it. Yeah, the chip on the lower left is the CPU, the G4 CPU. I always clean everything the same. First a brush to take out all the dust, then I clean all the thermal compound with a dry Q-tip, and then is when I apply alcohol to the Q-tips. So right now I'm out of things to say, but what I will say about all this video, it's that it took me quite longer than I expected, because I had to reassemble everything. I had to take out the fans, of course. There's 3 screws on the right fan and 4 screws on the left fan. And if you can see this fan is actually awful. Like, look at the design. It has no proper blades. I don't know how this passed QA, seriously. And then it's just removing everything, make it all clean. You can see that the heat pipes are like embodied on the chassis. So I think that the chassis itself, it's doing some of the cooling, which is good for the computer, I guess, but not good for you, because then you can't put it on your lap or anything. But yeah, I made quite some mistakes. For example, the right speaker assembly, then I put the cable over the board instead of under the board, but that should be fine. It's not pinching or anything. But yes, if you plan to dismantle one of these computers, you should be very aware that they're delicate, they're very old, and there are no replacement parts. Maybe you can find some, but it will be very expensive. So just be wary of that. And I don't know what else to say, actually. I think I put too much footage on this. But well, I think that shall be fine. Oh yeah, the thermal pad, I changed the thermal pad on the FireWire chip, so just measuring it out and making some preemptive cuts so I know where to cut it, and then with the magic of editing, bada bing bada boom, we can put it on the chip, stick it out, and the same with the thermal compound. Just a little blob of icy diamond will do the trick. You'll see when we do the final part of the video, but just that is good enough. Don't put too much, don't put too less. With a little blob like that, then it spreads out and it's fine. So then it's the same but in reverse, just putting the fans in and putting everything in just the way it came. Okay, so this is where the fun part comes. I seriously was here for like 1 hour trying to fit the board inside of the computer. I don't know what I did, but I was unable, totally unable to fit it on like the right way. In the end I get it, but the thing is, while I was doing this, I made quite a big mistake. There's a cable that connects the top case with the keyboard is and the power button is to the motherboard, okay? But I forgot to put it and I had to disassemble the computer 3 times to do it properly, because the second time I also fucked it up. So yeah, really fun things there. I really quite mess a lot, and you shouldn't be afraid of messing things up. Seriously, if you mess it up, then you learn from your mistake and the next time you'll do it better. So no, I'm not ashamed of showing this to the camera. All this trouble and everything. I have cut the 2 times I disassembled the computer again, but yeah, not a shame at all. Happens to everyone. Everyone makes mistakes. So maybe if you see me making mistakes, you'll be okay with that. And oh, if he can do it, I can do it. So yeah, that's it. That's it. Nothing else to add. I was just checking everything was okay. And once everything is back, it's just time to get it all on. Oh yeah, when you're screwing things back on the computer, try to, if you do have to do this, try to get the screws closer to the opening of the lid, like with the button to open the lid is first before the ones that are closer to the hinge of the computer. So do this way, the ones on the side, and then everything just back to normal. And with that done, we can make the final result. There it is. Let's test it out.
Okay, let's see if third time's the charm. Because I would be very, very angry with this fucking connector. Okay, that's fine. So now, to boot into the operating system, let's see the temperatures. Although we changed the thermal compound, it's still showing 100 degrees, 90 degrees. It doesn't seem like anything else changed. So I'm thinking maybe it's another problem. Maybe it's a sensor that is broken. I think I'll try some stress tests. Let's see if it hangs on. Like if I can still works for me, I guess. But I should really look into this because even with new thermal compound, it's not working. Actually, I have one application over here, which is called G4 fan control, done specifically to control fans on a G4 laptop. Let's install it, get the fans on full speed, and if that doesn't make the GPU cooler, there's something else wrong, which I want to look into it because it has been working okay anyway, so I don't know. I'm seeing some temperatures are the same on this program over here, this program over here, and this program over here, but some are not the same. So let me just put the fans on let's go to take off and let's see if anything changes. Now both fans are at max speed, which is 3,300 RPM more or less, almost 3,400, and yes, the GPU is not changing. I'm still seeing like now it's 75, 78, but I have seen 100 peaks. So yes, something's not right. 93 degrees now, 78, 85, 100 again. But I did put the new thermal compound, I cleaned everything, so that couldn't be the problem. And the fans are working. So I'm guessing it's something about the sensor itself. Maybe the sensor is not well calibrated. So this is the next day from the first recording I did, which I spent a lot of hours. And I've been testing the computer more thoroughly after the last part you saw in the video. And I've been trying to play some games. I only have Warcraft and Civ, but Civ is very CPU intensive, so it slows down a lot, and this doesn't use much the CPU as much as the GPU. And no, Minecraft is not an option for this computer, like seriously, it's extra CPU intensive because it uses Java and everything. So right now it's working a-okay, and you can hear the fan. Like the fan is working, which I would expect from this, but it's not that bad. And if the GPU was actually 90 something degrees, 100 degrees, it should at least be like full blast on both fans, and it's not that bad. And yeah, you may be seeing maybe the gameplay is looking like less than 30 FPS for you guys because of the recording settings I have, but no, it's working really fine. Like it's not full 60, it has some drops every now and then, but it was great. So I don't know if it's a success or not. What I could tell you guys is that the computer is super hot. If I touch it, this area is where it's more hot, okay? But it makes sense if you remember the video. Here's the CPU, here's the I think it's like the Wi-Fi or the network chip. I think it's a network chip. I'm not sure about that. And here's the graphics card. So it's normal that this fan is the more active. But if you also saw, like, the heatsink is like embodied into the frame of the computer, which is all metal. It's aluminum actually, or aluminium, whatever you want to say. So, like, it's hot on the ends, like on this part over here, it's quite hot. But this part is hot as fuck. Like, seriously, I'm actually burning myself right now. It's just I'm very resistant to heat. But seriously, it's super extra hot. Like, you wouldn't believe. But like the last time I tried it, it was hot, but not as hot. So I think it's both a failure, this experiment, and a win. On one part, it's actually hotter, which means it's dissipating more heat, which is nice because it means the heat is not on the inside of the chip, destroying the chip. But on the other part, the GPU hasn't like cooled down enough. So maybe it's just a sensor. Maybe the sensor's not right because it's working a-okay. One thing, this is supposed to be a laptop. Before, like, I could put this on my lap for a while and then it gets caught. You know the usual thing, it has suddenly you have to like to move it around so it doesn't touch your leg or whatever. Now I couldn't. Like, seriously, on the other side of the computer, it's extremely hot. Like, hot, blazing, like lava hot. It's like lava. So no, not recommendable. This computer is very cool, very nice. Maybe we'll do a full overview of it or something. But no. This is not a laptop. This is a desktop with a lid. This is a desktop with a lid. This is not for your lap. Seriously, don't do it. So I think I will cut this today. I think I'll just go into Blender, edit it out, and yeah, at least now it shall be more prepared for the hot summer here in my home city. So yeah, guys, I'll see you around. Until the next time, stay nerdy, and yeah, so see ya.